Okay, so today it is a different form of um rigging. Okay, so to begin with, I'm just going to create the very basic cube character. Duplicating, turn on my screencast quickly so you guys can see what buttons I'm pressing. Scale X, scale Z, scale Y, front view again, add it here, add another cube. My cursor is still in the center, right? Scale X, scale Y, little, scale Z, duplicate X, duplicate here, scale Y a little, rotate 90 from my view, scale X, scale Shift X, make it thinner, scale X, Shift the X. So this is just using only scaling and moving and rotation, alright, in object mode, which I'll be able to do that. Alright, so just to explain how rigging works. So first, I'm just going to add my bone. And always remember to turn on X-ray so that you can see it when it's through inside your character, okay? So you should find that in the skeleton and just check X-ray. Alright, I'm just going to move back here. So you could move the head, move the bottom, move this, scale it, rotate it, and grab. And so I'm just going to select the head here, move it up. Alright, and maybe extrude on the Z-axis. Also Shift A, add another bone. Bam. Or of course you could just double extrude, but I think this is a lot more clean, so I would just Shift A, right, Shift A, and grab the head and pull it down on the Z, and duplicate this on the X axis, and now I have my bones. I just need to check in the 3D view with my middle mouse button to make sure that it's actually inside my character, which it is. So what we learned previously, I'm just going to join all of these to one object first. So you select them all. Over here, select join or Control J, which I'm going to press. Alright, so two objects. So in this triangle here, I just want you guys look what happens when I press Control P with automatic weights. Alright, see what happens to the triangle. Suddenly all of these groups appear of vertices. Alright, vertex groups are just groups of vertices on your object. Alright, this amount of these vertices are for bone 1,0,0,1, which is this bone here, right? Bone 0,0,1. So I'm just gonna undo that quickly, just show you guys make it more clear. Alright, so here I'm just gonna name this bone actually. I'm gonna name it head. And then now, with automatic weights, I have a head, right? And then now if I see what the head controls, or what group does bone head have, head has these vertices selected. So what rigging really is your bones, each of your bones get a vertex group, and each of your bones control those vertices, alright? So sometimes our rigging isn't always perfect. See this? So what we could do is we find out what bone this is. This is just called bone. Alright, this is the base bone. So bone. Right, if we see what bone controls. Ooh, that's not right. So bone should control the body, but it's not. Why is that? So what we could do is, for bone, I select this whole foot here and press remove. Now remove every single weight on here. Now if I see everything, it's not there. Now if I select the whole body and press assign, see what happens. And also this whole leg. Let's see what this bone is called. It's called bone 005. I'm gonna go to bone 005, see what it controls. Alright, that seems about right. Just assign 100 weight. Double check. And now it's good. Alright, and one last thing is parenting bones to each other. So what I could do is go into edit mode here. And so when I extrude, this bone automatically follows the previous bone. See, if I go in post mode, it follows. So I want these two arms to also follow this bone. So what I could do is something called parent. So I'm going to set this as the parent of this. So this bone here is always going to follow this bone. So this is going to be this bone's child. This is the child, this is the parent. So I'm going to select the child first always, and then hold shift and then select the parent. And then press Alt P, or no, Control P. Control P. Press keep offset. And you'll see these lines appear here. And I'll do the same thing here. Make sure you select the child bone first. You select everything with A. Do the same thing here. Alright, so one thing that's very important when you're rigging is to always have a base bone. Alright, so I'm just going to subdivide this middle bone here. And create a very tiny base bone right here. So what the base bone is, this bone is the parent of this bone, which this bone is the parent of these. So ultimately this bone right here controls everything. And also, I want to shift the weights from this bone to this bone. So first, I'm going to parent the feet also to this bone, the base bone. That way, the whole entire body moves. And this is very important in the next lesson. When we make the walk cycle for SpongeBob, we're gonna see why this is important. In fact, it's used so that we can move our cursor up and down when we're walking. Okay. So something that happened when I subdivided was this bone is now bone, and this bone is bone 001. And bone 001 doesn't have any vertex groups. So this bone doesn't really change anything in the body, but this bone does. So I could do again is, for this bone, I create, if I press create empty groups, it's creating a slot here for bone 001. But, right, that vertex group has nothing. Alright, it has nothing. So I'm going to assign this whole body to bone 001 and go to bone and remove these vertices from this bone right here. Now bone 001 controls. Just take your time and try your best to understand it by just toying around. So of course, what we could always do is to further show how the vertex groups work. I just deleted all the vertex group, now nothing should work. So I'm going to create empty groups. Now every single group is made, but every single one of them do not have any vertices. So I'm going to say head, these vertices here, assign. Now you control that. Now whole body, bone 001, which I know is body. By the way, you should always name, but for now I'm just whatever. So bone 001 assign. Now it controls this. Now this place right here belongs to bone 002. So bone 002 assigned. Okay, so bone 003 assigned. There we go. And now the foot, which is bone 004. This is why you need to name your bones, okay, in here. By the way, so you can name this like foot, left foot. But for now, I'm just going to leave it as is. But future, always name your bones. Okay, bone 004 is this. And bone 005 is this one. So remember, I'm pressing L while my cursor is hovered over a vertice. Alright, if I just press L here, nothing will happen. For here, nothing. If I go on a vertice, it'll happen. If I'm in face selection, then I could just hover over a face and it should select the whole object for me. Now I have everything working, and I also have my base bone. So what else is important to understand is that because we control vertices, if I want to bend this arm, right? If I subdivide this and I say, all right, top of left arm. This is bottom of left arm. Okay, so for bottom of left, I'm just gonna recreate these weights. Create empty groups. All right, so for top of left arm, all right, I'm gonna say, all right, you're gonna control these vertices. And the bottom of left arm, I'm gonna say, you're gonna control these vertices. Now what happens is, right, it doesn't really work. So in order to make this bend, I have to add vertices in the middle. I'm going to use loop cut, control R, add a bunch of vertices, scale it on the X, right? And then now I'm going to say, all right, top of left arm, you're going to control this arm, this one here, 100%. You're going to control this one here too, 100%. And this one, you're going to control 50% of it. And bottom, you're going to control 50% of it too. For these two, you're going to control 100% of it. See what happens then? So what I could also do to make this even better is put this maybe 0.75. I think this will help, hopefully. Right. And of course, you could always go to weight paint mode. So we could actually literally see our weights. Oh, okay, that's why. So I need to make sure that this top part has 0 weight. Or I could go to edit mode and choose bottom of left arm, just remove the weights. Right, and now this is unaffected. And I'll say these ones, bottom, you're not going to control them at all. Right? And of course, this is also why what weight paint is. You could paint on your weights. So I'm saying alright, you gonna control this, or you control this, whatever. So now I could bend my arm. And there's also another problem there, which I will weight paint, figure out, yes, this is why this thing cannot control this. Otherwise, if both of them are 100% on this, they both get 50% because they're both 100. I hope that makes sense. So if I want this to control this piece, nothing else can have weights on it. If I want it to completely control that piece. That's all. Just remember that it controls the vertices and this is the vertex groups, and you can always go to weight paint to check them out. That's all.